Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are doing well. Today, I'm going to be doing another Set 2 Archetype showcase for my game Myo Mashup. This time going into the two various plant factions. I know I've been doing every faction other than the plants in these past couple of videos. I mean, the set is called Radiant Garden, so it makes sense that there would be a plant-focused archetype, and so I wanted to go through all those cards related to them today. Starting off, I've got the good plants here with Carefree Fluff. This is a plant character with 0 cost, 0 attack, 0 defense. He has an auto ability where, when this character is destroyed by battle, you do not lose life points. So it's a good character you can get out there if you want to stall your opponent. Pretty nice to have. As a lot of you who have been following this game may know, this card was originally going to be in Set 1, but it's been renamed and moved to Set 2. Next is Little Leaflet, a plant character who is a 1 cost, 1/1. Pretty basic character. Next up is Violet the Recruiter, who is a plant character, 2 cost, 0 attack, 2 defense. On play, has an ability where you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a plant from among them, and add it to your hand, shuffle the rest into your deck. So this is your typical look at the top X cards, grab a character of that specific archetype that's there, and you add it to your hand. So this is one of those, and this is the one that the plants have. Next is Spectacled Sunflower, a plant character with the cost of 3 and a 0 attack, 2 defense, with an on-play ability where you add the top card of your resource deck to play spent. So this is a nice way of getting through your PowerPoint tokens faster, so you can get to play out some of your more expensive cards that much more quickly. It's a pretty nice card, not just for the plant deck, although they do have a few cards that could take advantage of this. But it can be a nice card to have in your regular decks too. Another 3-cost card is Cactoid. This is a plant character with 0 attack, 3 defense, and a once per turn activated ability that costs 2 power to use. And you can either choose to deal 1 damage to a player, or destroy target character with 1 defense or less. So this is a nice little bit of removal or damage that you can get in with the plants, which can be nice. A lot of these plants don't have a huge amount of attacks, so having a way to chip in some extra damage is a nice thing to have. Next up is Walnut, a plant character with a cost of 3, 0 attack, 5 defense, and the taunt ability, meaning that when your opponent has to attack, they have to choose characters with taunt first. So Walnut being a character with 5 defense is a pretty tough one to get around. Next up is Jubilant Daisy, another pretty basic card. 3-cost plant, 2 attack, 4 defense. Nothing too special, but it's a nice card to have. Next up is Liliana of the Valley. It's a 4-cost, 2/4 plant with an automatic ability where, whenever another non-token plant you control is destroyed, you may choose to add it to your resource row instead of discarding it, and then it becomes like another PowerPoint token. So this is another way of ramping if some of your early game characters get destroyed in the game and then you have this out. This can turn those characters into additional resources so you can play more cards later in the game. Next up is Lotus Princess, who actually might get some ability changes. Currently, she is a 5-cost plant with 3 attack, 4 defense. And then whenever she or another non-token plant enters the field, you get to choose one of the 3 abilities. You can either look at the top card of your deck to put it on the top or bottom of your deck. You can either create a 0/2 plant token, so that this can get some more characters onto the field for you, or you can simply gain 2 life. But I think one thing I might change about this character is that I might include the ability to buff your plants' attack, because not a lot of these plants have attack, and I tested with the plants not too long ago, and they had a tough time dealing damage at points, so it'd be nice for them to be able to get a little bit of a boost here and there. Finally, for the good plants, there's Formidable Oak, who is a plant character 7 cost, 5 attack, 10 defense. So pretty good defense on here with a pretty good defensive ability as well. It's an auto ability where other plant characters you control get the ward ability. Now, the ward ability prevents characters who have ward from being chosen by your opponent, whether it be attacking or by the target of an ability or an action card or things of that nature. So this can be a pretty nice protection piece for your plants. And so there's also some nice action cards that the plants have access to. First is Cherry Grenade, which costs 5 for a normal action, but its cost is reduced by 3 if you happen to control a plant, and that just allows you to destroy a character. So this is a nice piece removal that can be pretty cheap if you happen to be playing with the plants. Another card that's cheap if you're going with the plants is Leaf Shield, a 3-cost counter action where its cost is reduced by 2 if an attacking character would target a plant you control, and you just negate that character's attack. So this is a nice bit of protection as well if you're playing the plant deck. Now I mentioned these are the good plants. There's also the mad plants who are the invasive species who are going against them. And although they can use some of these cards as well, they do have kind of their own little quirks. So they're a bit more offensive, and can be more disruptive. So first of these is Mad Plant. It's a 2-cost, 2/2 plant. Nothing to say there, but it's just the baseline to serve for the other characters. Next is Mad Plant Chomper, who is a very offensive plant, who's a 3-cost, 5 attack, 1 defense, so it's a pretty nice aggressive plant if you want to get in for some damage early in the game. Spore Shroom Mad Plant, who is another plant with a 3-cost, 3 attack, 1 defense, and the auto ability where, whenever he would be destroyed by battle, you put a -1/-1 counter on the attacking character if able. This is a nice way of shrinking your opponent's bigger characters, enabling them to not do as much damage, and the Mad Plants also have some extra uses for those counters which you might see coming up. Next is Toxic Mad Plant, who's a 3-cost, 3/2 plant with an activated ability for 2 power that you can use once per turn. You simply put a -1/-1 counter on target character, so this allows you to shrink your opponent's characters, making them less effective in battle. And next we have a card that really puts those -1/-1 counters to use. It's Mad Plant Megavine. It's a 4-cost plant, 4 attack, 2 defense, and an automatic ability that states characters with -1/-1 counters on them cannot use their activated abilities. So if your opponent is using a lot of activated abilities, you can use this against them, get those counters on them, get the -1/-1 counters on them, then get the Megavine out, and you can stop them from using their abilities. It's pretty nice. Next is Thornwall Mad Plant, a 4-cost, 4 attack, 4 defense with Taunt. Usually a lot of characters with Taunt have lower lower attack power, but this one has pretty good attack power for a 4-cost and having Taunt, so he can deal some damage too, which is nice. Speaking of cards that deal damage, Twin Mad Plant. This is a 5-cost, 4 attack, 4 defense plant with an auto ability stating, whenever this character attacks and does damage to a player, it may attack an additional time. This effect triggers only once each turn. So this, if you're able to deal some damage with it, can actually get in multiple attacks if you want to really finish off your opponent faster. And it combos well with other things that enhance attack, like Essence of the Stars or Gun Booster, so it can work well with things like that. And finally, we have Mad Plant Queen Dahlia. This is a pretty big payoff for all your ramp that you're going to be doing with the plants. It's a 7-cost plant, 1 attack, 5 defense, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it has an auto ability where this gets +X+0, where X is equal to the number of PowerPoint tokens you control. So if you happen to have like 8, 9, or 10 PowerPoint tokens available when you play this, then you're going to be able to swing for a lot of damage pretty fast. It's a pretty nice card to have, whether you're playing with the Mad Plants exclusively, or you're trying to combine these different plant factions into one deck. But either way, that's going to do it for all these plants. I know there were a lot of them this time around, but that's just kind of how this video kind of goes. Thank you very much for watching. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed this, and comment below if you're looking forward to playing with these plants when set 2 releases. So I'll see you in the next video that I release, and take care.